This is the full location and boss guide for the Beastman of Farum Azula, located in the Groveside Cave, which is directly north from the first step resting spot where you start the game, and north from the Church of Ella, just here on the map at the bottom of this cliff face in the woodland. Starting from the Church of Ella, I suggest buying a torch from the merchant here before you head over to the cave. Then head directly north into the forest until you come to the Groveside Cave, highlighted by this brazier. It's a low level location with mainly wolves at the entrance. You can activate the resting spot and call a summon if you need help. Starting out, we have a cave with some loot to grab, and again, skip ahead to the boss fight using the timestamps below if you want to. But first we need to get rid of these wolves. I suggest sitting at the top here and just aggroing the wolves. They'll all jump up the same path where you can take them out one at a time instead of jumping down and killing them all at once, which can be quite overwhelming. Now I usually just bait out the wolf's attacks, then when they miss the lunge, just go ahead and light attack them. I'm assuming most people are going to be doing this at a lower level, but later on you'll obviously be able to make short work of these wolves. After the wolves are dead, you can drop down into the old campsite full of bodies and turn around to get the cracked pot, which is a crafting ingredient used for making fire bombs and other items. Then just down here we have two more wolves who kind of look like they're dead, but actually they're sleeping, so don't get caught off guard. We can pick up the glowstone here as well as a golden rune on the body of this noble, and some silver fireflies on the wall nearby. Finally, we have the final wolf before the boss, feasting on this dead soldier here. So now we head down this path to the fog wall to start the Beastman of Farum Azula, a boss that has some slow moving, hard hitting attacks, but a few easy moments that are very easy to exploit. So let's go over his moveset first. When he picks up his weapon with two hands, he'll prepare to leap at you after a delay. Now if you can dodge behind him, you have plenty of time to set up a backstab here. Just wait until he's jumped before you dodge. Otherwise he sort of homes onto you like a homing missile. Secondly, the next attack is when he does a series of free swings, which you can pretty much just walk backwards and away from. On the third and final swing, he'll rotate around like this. This one is actually very easy to parry, so walk in and parry it for big damage. Thirdly, he has this series of attacks where he spins his blade as he walks towards you, before leaping into the air and then slamming down after a slight delay. If you wait to roll under him before he actually pounds the ground, you can easily backstab him after he commits to the attack. You can see I actually mess up my own positioning here and don't pull off that backstab, but you can see in my next attempt that it is very easy to do once you get used to the timing. So next we have the full Uncut boss fight. I think one of the keys with this boss is to not panic roll and instead to time your dodges to be slow and purposeful with each of his attacks instead of panicking. You'll also notice that whenever I critical hit the boss, I get 20% of my health back. This is due to the Assassination's Crimson Dagger Talisman that I'm using. If you're interested in getting that for yourself, you can find a guide in the description on how to obtain it. It can prove to be very useful in boss encounters or even just maintaining your health while adventuring in areas that do not have resting places, which you'll come across more and more of as you progress into the game. I've also done a video guide on how to obtain my two Reduvia daggers, which are these red bloody daggers that I'm holding. They apply bleed to the boss with each attack, which I'm not actually taking full advantage of in this encounter because it is rather a cheesy and easy method of killing him to do so. Anyway, once you kill the Beastman of Farum Azula, he will drop a Flamedrake Talisman, which boosts your fire damage negation or increases your fire damage resistance, which will no doubt come in handy, maybe sooner rather than later depending on your route in Elden Ring. All my other early location walkthroughs are linked down below in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and goodbye.